Baetis Nymphs. These are good little wintertime patterns. That's when we have to go small. So in our boxes we sent you some beads, non-beads, so you can tie a couple variations. But it's an effective little nymph for a tag nymph if you're Euro nymphing or just regular nymphing, even a dropper. So I'm using a size 18 stimulator hook with 70 denier thread in olive. And I'll just attach my thread. And the first thing we'll do is tie in the tail. So for the tail, we're using some strung hackle. So I've just fanned out those hackle barbs just to where I can get a hold of a couple of those. I'm just looking for 2. So if you hold it in your hands there, you can usually get a clump of 2 and just peel them off. All right, they're already kind of forked out a little bit, but we're just gonna hold those together. We want the tail to be about the length of the hook shank. So once I have that measurement, I can switch it to my left hand and just carefully hold those butt ends on an angle and roll those right up on top. Now let's keep a hold of those tips of the tail as we tie that down around the bend of the hook to our tie-in point right there. And then we can return back to just past halfway like that. All right, now the nice thing about this, see that kind of forks out on its own already. If you need to, you can just kind of press them how you want them. For a nymph like this, I don't see the need to really bring thread up through and try to force them to fork out. So, all right, for the rib, we're going to use black small wire. So I'm just going to take a piece and hold that along the side of the hook shank, right in there, and just carefully attach that. And then we're going to build a thread abdomen as I tie this wire in. I'm going to tie that wire in all the way along the hook, trying to make nice even wraps to the base of the tail. And then let's turn right around and come forward. Again, making nice, smooth, even wraps as I work my way forward. Again, just past halfway. And that's where we can tie in the wire. So, all right, so we're just gonna basically zebra midge style here, over the top away from us. Build a nice, clean, segmented abdomen. And once we're there, hold that straight up in the air and drop our thread over about 3 times. And now we can snip off or break off that wire. Okay, now I'm just going to make a few clean wraps there where I broke off that wire. And again, position my thread just past halfway. And that's where we're going to start our wing case and our thorax. Okay, for the wing case, I'm just using some a little yarn material called near hair. You can use poly yarn, something along those lines, but it's just a crinkled yarn like that, and you don't need a whole lot, maybe 20 of those fibers there. And I'm just going to position those right there where I want to tie that wing case in. Okay, and just position that right on top. And now we're going to add a little dubbing to clean up that thorax. So I've got some antron dubbing, and I'm just going to build a small little thorax just in the front third of the hook here. Okay, so we're down to a kind of a ball there like that. Let's pull over that yarn and tie that down. So I just pull it over, hold it tight, drop my thread over with my left hand about 3 times. Now we're not going to snip that off. Let's just separate. We'll separate that yarn. Try to get even parts. I like to keep it kind of long so I can grab a hold of it and just pull them both to the side. Once I've got it there, I can just pinch it, and we'll just build a nice little olive head right there, and that pushes those legs back, and we can whip finish right there. Okay, now I'll just take each set of legs and just snip those off evenly on both sides. And that gives us kind of that profile of a bug, like that. Pretty simple little nymph that can be the ticket for picky